Hi, BrenTech here, where tech is made simple. So Microsoft has released our next optional bug fix C-release update for Windows 11, 22H2 and 23H2 to insiders in the release preview channel yesterday in my world on the 13th of June. Now, because it's in its final stages of testing in preview, if we head to the calendar, the optional updates are rolled out in the 4th week of every month. And that update will roll out, I suggest, starting Tuesday the 25th of June, moving into the rest of that week. Now, with our next optional update, KB5039302, we, at this stage, according to the release notes for the release preview channel, are going to be getting 6 new features. Now, just a side note, obviously this is still in preview, so this could be subject to change. I do find sometimes that 1 or 2 features in preview actually don't make it to stable, but nonetheless, this is what's currently being tested in release preview. So the first new feature is the update adds a new Game Pass recommendation card to the settings homepage. So basically, when this rolls out, here's your homepage. That Game Pass card will appear here along with the Microsoft 365 ad on your homepage. And Microsoft says the homepage shows on Home and Pro editions, when you sign into Windows using your Microsoft account, the card appears if you actively play games on your PC. So that's going to be on the homepage, Game Pass recommendation card. And then the next new feature is the Show Desktop button. Is on the taskbar by default. Now the Show Desktop button, if I just open up a browser, is located here to the bottom right of your taskbar. I don't know if you can actually see that in the video. It's like a little line. You click on that and there you go. You can show and hide your desktop as an example. Now this was turned off by default because Copilot was moved into the system tray. But now Microsoft is turning that on again by default. And if you want to turn it off, once they've turned it on by default, you just right click on your taskbar. You head to taskbar behaviors, you scroll down, and here you'll see select the far corner of the taskbar to show the desktop. You can always just toggle that off. So that now has been turned on by default once again. Now the next new feature I'm just going to mention, you can now create 7-zip and tape archive TAR files using the context menu. So when you right click a file, a compressed to item will give you ways to compress a file using tools like gzip, bzip2, and a lot more, says Microsoft. And there's also a new compression wizard in additional options, and it will help you choose more formats and add details. So Microsoft focusing quite a lot on native archive support now in Windows 11. And then the next new feature is they are adding support for Emoji 15.1. And here's just an image of more or less what to expect. And the new emoji are horizontal and vertical head shake, phoenix, lime, brown mushroom, and broken chain. And then the next new feature is you can now copy files from the Windows Share window. So if we head to that, you'll just click here on the copy. And this was actually in, I think this was in the beta channel just a week or 2 ago. And now it's already made its way into release preview. And so as mentioned, you can now copy files from the Windows Share window. You just click this new copy button. So if you are using that feature, I think that is a nice move in the right direction. And just to mention the update affects OneDrive. Apparently you can now use it as a remote app in Azure Virtual Desktop. So those are the 6 new features that are currently being tested in release preview. And some of those could or couldn't make it out to the stable in a couple of days' time. Now, if you do want to stick around, because optional updates are non-security bug fix updates, just to mention a couple of bug fixes and improvements that are going to roll out and could roll out. Now, first of all, Microsoft focusing quite a lot on the Task Manager with this update. And the Task Manager gets 5 improvements and apparently 1 fix. And I'm going to mention the fix first. It addresses an issue that affects USB devices. Ejecting them using the safely remove hardware option fails. This occurs when Task Manager is open. So that's the fix. And then the improvements, the 5 improvements for Task Manager. And I'm just going to run through these quickly. The update affects process handles. Task Manager releases them more quickly when it stops as a process. So that's a bit of a stability and performance improvement. The update makes Task Manager more reliable. The update affects the sort order of processes in Task Manager. Performance is better when you change the order, so that's another performance improvement rolling out for Task Manager. And the update makes Task Manager more accessible, apparently by improving keyboard focus, tab key navigation, text scaling, the readout of item names by screen readers, high contrast heat maps, and more. So quite a bit of focus here on the Task Manager. And then the last one, the update makes resizing the Task Manager window easier when you grab the top of its window. Apparently, yeah, that's at the top, and you can see it's quite a struggle if you want to resize that. I think the search here, to some extent or the other, is getting in the way, so that's a bit of a UI improvement. So that's 5 improvements for Task Manager and 1 bug fix. Now, just to carry on, the update addresses an issue that affects GPUs. Apparently, they do not enter the idle state that stops them from consuming power. So I think that's important. And then 3 more to go. The update addresses an issue that affects Snipping Tool. Apparently, when you use it to record videos on some PCs, the audio has distortions. And the update addresses an issue that affects Azure Virtual Desktop sessions. A deadlock stops you from signing into them. Now, deadlock obviously is quite an important issue, so that's quite an important fix. And then the last one, the update addresses an issue that affects the touch keyboard. You cannot use it to enter special characters. This occurs when you use the Japanese 106 keyboard. And there are other fixes, but those are the main ones I thought you may be interested in. And when the update makes it to the stable version in a couple of days' time, the OS build for Windows 11 version 22H2 will be sitting on 22621.3807, and for 23H2 that'll be 22631.3807. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.